Have you ever contemplated remarrying later in life, but wondered if you're making the right choice? Entering a new marriage after 60 is a profoundly different experience compared to your younger years, bringing with it unique considerations that many fail to recognize until it's too late. Whether you've been single for an extended period, recently divorced, or widowed, remarriage introduces challenges that can significantly impact your financial stability, family relationships, and overall sense of well-being in ways you might not have anticipated. In this detailed exploration, we'll uncover 5 essential truths you need to understand before remarrying after 60. These insights could fundamentally reshape how you approach love, commitment, and long-term security at this stage of life. Far too often, individuals rush into remarriage without fully considering its broader implications, only to encounter unexpected stress and complications later. Armed with the right knowledge, however, you can make informed decisions that foster peace, fulfillment, and stability. Stay with us until the end, as these 5 truths could help you avoid unnecessary heartache and ensure that any new relationship you enter is genuinely aligned with your needs and aspirations. Whether you're seriously considering remarriage or simply exploring the idea, this information is crucial. Let's dive into the details. Financial realities shift significantly after 60. One of the most surprising and impactful aspects of remarrying later in life is its effect on your financial situation. Many assume that remarriage is solely about love and companionship, but it's also a legal and financial contract with far-reaching consequences. Without careful planning, remarriage can affect your retirement savings, Social Security benefits, pensions, and the legacy you intend to leave for your children or loved ones. The worst-case scenario is entering a marriage believing it will simplify your life, only to discover it has complicated your financial future in ways you never foresaw. A critical consideration is how remarriage impacts Social Security benefits. If you're receiving benefits based on a former spouse's work record, common for those widowed or divorced, remarrying may reduce or entirely eliminate those payments. This can be a significant shock, particularly if you depend on that income to maintain your lifestyle. For example, a surviving spouse's benefits may cease upon a remarriage, and divorced individuals may lose benefits tied to their ex-spouse's record. Similarly, pensions and survivor benefits often come with specific restrictions that are triggered by remarriage. Some pension plans may reduce or terminate payments if you remarry, so it's vital to review the terms carefully with your pension provider before making any decisions. Beyond government benefits, remarriage intertwines your financial life with another person's assets, debts, and spending habits. Even if you maintain separate bank accounts, state laws, particularly in community property states, may dictate how assets are divided in the event of divorce or death. This can affect everything from your savings to your home. If you have children or grandchildren, you'll also need to consider how remarriage impacts their inheritance. Many assume they can simply leave their assets to their children as originally planned, but remarriage can alter legal rights to property and wealth distribution. Without proper planning, your new spouse may have automatic claims to your estate, potentially reducing what your children receive. Consider Robert, a 72-year-old widower who remarried after losing his spouse. He had always intended for his children to inherit his estate, including his home and savings. However, after remarriage, he learned that his new wife had legal rights to a portion of his assets under state law, which could significantly reduce his children's inheritance. This realization forced Robert to engage in difficult conversations with his family and consult an estate planner to revise his will and establish a trust to protect his children's interests. These steps were not only emotionally challenging, but also required legal expertise to ensure everyone he cared about was provided for. To avoid such surprises, consult a financial advisor or estate planner before remarrying. Discuss how the marriage will affect your retirement accounts, Social Security, pensions, and inheritance plans. Consider setting up a trust to safeguard assets for your children or grandchildren. These conversations may feel unromantic, but they are essential for protecting your financial future and ensuring your wishes are honored. Taking the time to understand these implications can prevent costly mistakes and provide peace of mind as you move forward. 2. Family dynamics can become complex and challenging. When you remarry later in life, you're not just uniting 2 individuals, you're blending entire families, each with their own histories, traditions, and expectations. Unlike younger couples who are often starting fresh, those over 60 bring adult children, grandchildren, and decades of established family dynamics into a new marriage. These relationships don't always merge seamlessly, and the resulting complexities can catch you off guard if you're not prepared. One of the primary challenges is how adult children react to your remarriage. Even if they want you to be happy, they may grapple with feelings of loyalty to your previous spouse, particularly if they were close to their deceased or divorced parent. They may also worry about how your new relationship will affect family traditions, finances, or their inheritance. Some children may warmly welcome your new partner, eager to see you happy, while others may harbor resentment, suspicion, or concern for your well-being. These emotions are entirely natural, but if not addressed with care, they can create lasting tension that impacts not only your marriage but your entire family dynamic. Grandchildren, too, may experience a sense of disruption. If you've been a primary figure in their lives, introducing a new spouse can feel like a shift in their relationship with you. Some grandchildren may embrace the change, while others may need time to adjust, especially if your new spouse has their own grandchildren. Creating a complex web of familial ties, blending traditions, such as holiday gatherings or family events, requires patience, understanding, and open communication from all parties involved. Financial concerns often lie at the heart of family tensions. Adult children may fear that a new spouse could alter existing wills, redirect financial plans, or claim assets they assumed were meant for them. These concerns aren't always rooted in greed. Often, children simply want to ensure that their parents' legacy, whether financial or emotional, is preserved as intended. Without clear communication, these fears can lead to misunderstandings or even conflict. Take Susan, who remarried at 68 after being single for over a decade. She expected her children to be thrilled for her new chapter, but instead, she faced uncomfortable conversations about inheritance, holiday traditions, and even where she would live. Her children worried that her new spouse might influence her financial decisions or claim a portion of her estate. Susan realized that maintaining family harmony required open discussions, reassurances, and clear boundaries. She sat down with her children to explain her intentions, listened to their concerns, and worked with an attorney to ensure her estate plan reflected her wishes. If you're considering remarriage, take proactive steps to address family dynamics. Have honest conversations with your children and grandchildren about your plans. Listen to their concerns without judgment and clarify what will and won't change. For example, reassure them about inheritance plans or discuss how family traditions will be maintained. These discussions may feel awkward, but addressing concerns early can prevent resentment and foster understanding. Patience, transparency, and empathy are key to ensuring your new marriage strengthens, rather than strains, your family relationships. Emotional expectations evolve with age. Relationships after 60 differ markedly from those in your younger years. In earlier decades, marriage often revolved around building a shared future, raising children, buying a home, or advancing careers. After 60, the focus shifts to companionship, emotional support, and maintaining independence while sharing life with a partner. This change in priorities can lead to unexpected challenges if not fully considered before remarrying. By the time you reach your 60s or beyond, you've likely established routines, hobbies, and a lifestyle that suits you. You may have your own home, personal interests, and a daily rhythm that brings comfort. A new marriage introduces another person's habits, preferences, and expectations, which can disrupt your established way of life. Unlike younger couples who may adapt more readily, older adults often value their independence and may find it challenging to adjust to a partner's differing lifestyle. Later life marriages often involve two individuals who are financially stable and emotionally self-sufficient. This shifts the purpose of marriage toward love, companionship, and shared experiences rather than external achievements like building wealth. However, this also means both partners must be clear about their expectations. How much time do you want to spend together? How will you handle disagreements? How do you balance closeness with personal space? These questions are critical to ensuring a harmonious relationship. Past emotional experiences also play a significant role. If you've lost a spouse or endured a difficult divorce, those memories and emotions don't vanish when you remarry. Both you and your partner bring decades of history, previous relationships, family connections, and ingrained perspectives on love and commitment. While this history enriches your relationship, it also requires patience, open communication, and understanding to navigate differences shaped by past experiences. Consider Harold, who found love again at 75 after being widowed for several years. He expected his new relationship to feel similar to his first marriage, which had spanned decades. However, his new wife, who had been divorced for many years, valued her independence in ways Harold hadn't anticipated. She preferred maintaining her own hobbies and social circle, while Harold craved more togetherness. They had to work to find a balance, learning to communicate without comparing their pasts and embracing the unique dynamic of their relationship. Before remarrying, reflect on what you truly want from the relationship. Are you seeking deep companionship with shared daily routines? Or do you prefer a partnership that allows significant independence? Are you ready to share a home? Or would maintaining separate living spaces better suit your needs? Are you emotionally prepared to blend two established lives? Answering these questions honestly can help ensure your marriage is built on mutual understanding, reducing the risk of unmet expectations. Legal considerations carry greater weight. Marriage is not only an emotional commitment, but also a legal contract. And after 60, its legal implications are far more complex than in younger years. Without a clear understanding of these implications, you may face unintended consequences that affect your assets, medical decisions, and family relationships. One critical area is estate planning. When you remarry, your new spouse may automatically gain legal rights to your assets, even if you intended to leave them to your children, grandchildren, or other loved ones. Without a clear plan, your estate could be divided in ways you didn't anticipate. Updating your will or establishing a trust can ensure your assets are distributed according to your wishes. For example, a trust can designate specific assets for your children while providing for your spouse, offering clarity and protection. Medical decision-making is another important consideration. If you become ill or incapacitated, your spouse typically takes priority over adult children or other family members in making medical decisions. This can create tension if your spouse and children have differing views on your care. Setting up advanced directives or a medical power of attorney can clarify your preferences and prevent conflicts. Prenuptial agreements are a valuable tool for addressing financial and legal concerns, while some hesitate to discuss them, fearing they seem unromantic. A well-structured prenup can provide clarity and prevent disputes. It can outline how assets, debts, and financial responsibilities will be handled, ensuring both partners enter the marriage with clear expectations. Take Eleanor, who at 67 was excited to remarry, but wanted to protect her significant assets for her children. After open discussions with her fiancé, they drafted a prenuptial agreement that clearly defined their financial boundaries. This gave Eleanor peace of mind and reassured her children that their inheritance was secure. Consulting an attorney specializing in estate planning and family law is a wise step before remarrying. These professionals can help you navigate complex legal matters, ensuring your assets and medical wishes are protected, allowing you to focus on building a fulfilling relationship. Happiness takes on a new meaning with age. As we age, our understanding of happiness evolves. In younger years, marriage often symbolized building a future, raising a family, achieving financial security, or creating a shared life from scratch. After 60, happiness is more about enjoying the life you've already built, finding fulfillment in the present, and maintaining a sense of peace before remarrying. Ask yourself, does this relationship align with the kind of happiness you seek at this stage? For some, happiness comes from daily companionship and sharing every aspect of life with a partner. For others, it's about having a committed relationship while maintaining significant independence, perhaps even living separately. Understanding what fulfills you now, not what it meant 30 or 40 years ago, is crucial. Many assume remarriage will automatically bring joy, but happiness in later years stems from different sources. A common pitfall is believing that marriage will solve loneliness. While companionship is valuable, true fulfillment comes from within. If you're not content on your own, a marriage may not change that and could even feel restrictive if your partner's lifestyle doesn't align with yours. Lifestyle compatibility is critical. If you cherish quiet mornings at home, but your partner thrives in social settings, or if you love routine while they prefer spontaneity, these differences can create friction rather than joy. Consider Frank, who remarried at 72, hoping companionship would fill the void left by his previous marriage. His new wife loved frequent travel and socializing, while Frank preferred staying home and enjoying quiet time. Over time, he felt he had lost the freedom and comfort he valued as a single person, leading to tension in their marriage. Before remarrying, reflect on what makes you happy. Do you want a traditional marriage with shared routines, or would a committed relationship with separate living arrangements suit you better? Are you willing to adjust your lifestyle? And if so, how much? There's no universal answer, only what feels right for you. The key is to ensure your decision supports your long-term happiness and complements the peace and fulfillment you've already cultivated. Final thoughts. Remarrying after 60 can be a deeply enriching experience, but it's a decision that requires careful thought. From the financial implications that can affect your retirement and legacy, to the complex family dynamics that come with blending established lives, the emotional shifts in expectations, the weighty legal considerations, and the evolving definition of happiness, these factors demand your attention. Marriage at this stage isn't about adhering to traditional expectations. It's about making a choice that aligns with your values, lifestyle, and long-term well-being. Take your time before deciding. Engage in open conversations with your loved ones to address their concerns and maintain family harmony. Seek guidance from financial advisors and legal professionals to protect your assets and clarify your wishes. Most importantly, listen to your own needs and desires. There's no rush to remarry. This stage of life is about embracing what truly fulfills you, whether that's a new marriage, continued independence, or an alternative form of companionship. By approaching remarriage with clarity and intention, you can ensure your decision enhances your life and brings lasting joy.